This week on Tower Dive,
Energy crisis.
making it rain on the coast. Have at it, Hoss.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tower Dive. I'm doing the introduction this week because some people think that they are too good to be on this show with the humble likes of Pan the Man.
What?
Ux,
Wait.
you there?
Wait.
Are you ready? We're starting.
Actually, we are doing a
No,
show?
yeah, we're starting it right now. I told you we were starting. You know, you changed, man.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I considered just completely giving us all up after, I don't know if you've heard.
I haven't heard.
I've got Reddit Gold now, all right? I'm part of the Reddit Elite. I don't have time for... I don't have time for the plebs, really, is what it comes down to. I mean, sorry, listen.
Look, just because sometimes I drink Bud Light and I wear a wife beater does not make me a pleb.
It's a very nice wife beater.
It is. It's a Hanes. Thank you.
Stained. It's not stained.
It's not. I would do my own laundry sometimes when I feel like it.
You don't look like you robbed a homeless man. That's impressive.
I might have robbed a homeless man.
Cheers to you, my friend.
On the way over. They're just so easy to rob. So easy.
Listen, I'm rolling big these days.
Yeah.
I'm rolling big these days. So.
Didn't we just have a conversation where we talked about how you should
I lied.
remember where you came from?
I forgot.
Remember your roots?
Don't even think.
What happened to that, man?
I've come into a great deal of power.
Yeah.
As part of having Reddit Gold for the next
Some people think they get, a couple upvotes.
For the next 28 days, I don't think you understand in that I hold I get like 20% off a Bark Box, man.
Oh, Bark Box. I got a Bark Box for you. Yeah. Read between the lines, Theo. Okay, let's get into the show.
Hey, it's another show. Welcome to Tower Dive.
Tower Dive.
Where the jokes keep on coming, and they start with his hat.
It's my favorite hat.
That's your only hat, isn't it?
I have two hats.
So it's the favorite of the family.
I have this hat, and I have three hats because I have the Marty McFly hat.
Oh, that's right.
I have this hat, and I have a Duff Beer hat.
Ooh, Duff Beer for me.
2/3 of my hats are beer related.
And the other one is a Marty.
The other one is a novelty. I really should probably wear the wife beater more often, I think.
I think I should wear the suit more often.
I agree. You clean up.
I clean up nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
My babe count is about to go through the roof.
Tower Dive's about to be a real panty dropper.
Like, I just came home from a rough day at work. Maybe hit the bar, had a couple of scotches.
Yeah.
That thing.
What does this person do at work?
Makes money.
They make money.
TCB.
Yeah.
Take care of business.
I got it.
That's
CFO of none your damn business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So honestly, all joking aside of my root forgetting, it was a pretty fucking crazy week this week.
Yeah, shit is chaotic.
Like, it is now official. We've now officially gone to DEF CON. Is it 5? Is that the worst one? Or is
it 1
the worst one?
Somewhere on the extreme of the DEF CONs.
It's whichever end of the DEF CON is the worst end.
The business end.
We're on. Yeah, the business end of DEF CON. That's what we are at.
Yeah.
We're like myself and Pan. We've strapped on our helmets or our Bud Light hats. We've gone into we've got the M16s in the trenches, and we're finding out stuff.
I only use sawed-off shotguns that I made in my woodshed.
I only use hunting rifles with bayonets on the end of them.
Elephant guns.
We're very ineffective fighters when it comes down to it.
But
the elephant gun that looks like a megaphone.
But we look the part while we're doing
it. We definitely
that's the important thing.
We wear it well, as it would.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I mean, let's hop. I guess want to hop right into it with some big stuff, or you want?
Let's do big stuff. Let's go big to little,
or go home, as they would.
And big, little, then go home.
Well, we already are home.
Yeah. Are we? Oh, yeah.
So I guess big. We'll go big.
Yeah, we'll go big.
Let's start with big.
So that's what I'm getting at.
So okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start with NRG.
NRG.
AKA X, former, no longer is sold by Coast.
I gotta be honest with you. When I first read the press release, I didn't get that it was NRG.
Like ENERG.
Yeah, I was like, oh, NRG, that's a cool name, I guess. I like their logo.
What does it stand for? And
wonder what it means.
Not really giving a shit. You know. I like how everyone really confuses energy with renegades because they're RNG.
Yeah.
Energy, and when you put them on top of each other, people are always like, "What? Who?" So there's been a big hubbub around energy, though.
The biggest of hubbubs.
And it's like it's a hubbub where I don't feel like people who are all in the hub don't understand the bub.
Yeah, this is a lot of pitchforks, just
a lot of torches
being blindly thrown
they
because they think there was an injustice.
All of a sudden, the community has rallied together to right the wrongs of professional League of Legends, I guess is what it is.
Yeah, they're really coming together.
Here's the rub. Coast is a shitty organization. They've done shitty things to all of their players over the years. They're incredibly shady.
Yeah. They refuse to do business with other teams. They're insanely high buyouts.
Yeah, they're just a really, really poorly run kind of bullshit organization. And they had a good team, not a great team, a good team that won the Challenger Series.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it, they're in the LCS. So naturally, the first thing that Coast's going to do is sell their spot.
Yeah. They that's what they do. They pick the most lucrative part of their team. They sell it.
Yeah, to make money. And fine, listen, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. More power to you. Do not try and high horse it like you are this noble team and you didn't think that your players, because let's be fair, the team NRG is owned partially by the owner of the Sacramento Kings, the NBA franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's as legit of an owner as you get in
an actual sport.
Yeah. He owns a real sports team. So now he owns an esports team.
It's like having owning a real house and then also owning a dollhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's like building a real house in a playground surrounded by sandboxes, like little, houses or places. I don't know. It's like
that one didn't work out.
That at all. I don't got it. I'm sorry. That one was a terrible
one. A little
one.
drunk.
I don't even know.
I can tell. That's how rich people handle their business. Just kind of drunk all day.
Drink it away. We drink it away. Yeah. That's why there's no problems. But it's just what it really is it's a man among boys. That's what it is. It's a man among boys.
Someone with an actual legal team.
Someone with actual like real boy band money.
Yeah, boy band money.
I mean, he's got bank. Let's be fair. I think the Sacramento Kings, they're not even a good team, but they're worth more than TSM is.
That might be debatable.
It's not at all.
I don't know.
It's not like his job is owning the Sacramento Kings. Like he had, a few $100 million and bought the Sacramento Kings.
So the owner's net worth more than TSM. Well, that I could get behind. I don't know if the actual Kings are worth more than the TSM.
Well, let's put it this way. What arena is TSM's home arena?
Reggie,
they don't have a home arena. I forgot.
Okay,
the Sacramento Kings have a home arena that's part of the team's work.
Put it on the board.
Yeah.
Wait for hooks.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going up there.
Don't try and discount sports talk with me. Come on, man.
I try.
Okay. I appreciate it. I like.
Someone's got to be on the other side of the fence.
I like the challenge. Don't even. You just listen. You just move into my spare room, and you'll be safe on this.
Smells like soup.
Oh, and sadness, but
you gotta vacuum.
I hate the smell of vacuum, by the way.
Better than soup.
Depends on the soup.
I don't know.
If it's like squash soup, I don't like that.
Smells like squash soup.
So energy. Energy.
Yes. Every time I hear the name Energy, I can't get the Power Thirst commercial stuck.
That's good. That's a good thing to have. Though.
Yeah.
So every single person on Reddit is all up in arms. They're all aflutter because they feel like the players, the remaining players, Chris, Shrimp, Mash, and other guy. Peck and Wolf.
Let's give them some credit. It's not all the people on Reddit. It's just the most upvoted people on Reddit.
No. Actually, I was the most upvoted. Gold.
Oh, yeah. You were the top comment in that thread.
Is gold.
Yeah. Congratulations. Everyone give a round of applause.
That's why I'm here. Suited up. So a lot of the people were, I believe, uninformed on the situation and really not looking at it from a business perspective. They were looking at it from the perspective of a loyalty perspective, that they feel that NRG bought this team and they didn't give the remaining players, like I said, Peck and Wolf, Chris, Shrimp, and Nash. They didn't give them a fair shake, and Coast claims that, and I will continue that once I finish the sentence. They claim that part of their deal was that the players would get a fair chance to try out for NRG, and that they feel that it was in bad taste and in bad business practice that it doesn't seem that they were. Now, here's my take on it. I think that's a load of crap.
Well, yeah.
I don't believe that for 1 second, because if I am a businessman and I'm trying to buy a team, and I'm buying the team, I'm buying the spot.
Yeah.
Let's
make that clear.
Yeah, I don't want Coast. I want Coast spot in the LCS. If they wanted Coast, they'd be Team Coast. They're not. So this guy was buying this spot. He did not want the team. He wants to put together the strongest team that can give him the fastest amount of, level of success that he can get right away.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that with that team. Now, that team was a very nice team in the challenger scene, but challenger scene and the LCS are very different things. And let's be fair, he put together a roster that is impressive. It is.
Yeah,
it
looks good.
It is straight up impressive. So, they've ganked by Mom, which cost them a lot of money.
Sure. They
have Impact they got from Impulse, probably cost them a decent amount. They picked up All Tech from Gravity. They kept Conquan. And they have Moon, who was on Team Imagine.
So they kept one player from Coast.
They kept one player who was, probably one of the top 2 players on their team.
See, I don't see what the problem is here. They kept one.
Yeah, they kept one. And here's the thing. So everyone's like, oh, well, they should have kept Shrimp. Shrimp was the best player on their team. He's a great jungler. Okay. Shrimp's a jungler. Very good player. No doubt about it. They weighted what the positions were that were going to be of the highest import and probably, most difficult to fill with local talent, I guess we'll call it.
You're saying there's no good junglers in North America?
No, I'm saying that there are plenty of good junglers in North America. I'm saying there are no good top laners or mid laners in North America. Hence why all of them are foreign.
Gotcha.
Here, who's the best North American mid laner currently on a team? Exactly, nobody. The first 5 or 6 you'll name will be foreign.
That's not really fair because there's no North American teams yet. There's 2.
Well, I'm just saying, think about it.
No, I know. We've had this conversation a couple of times.
Bjergsen, Alex Ish, Incarnation, Gank by Mom.
Now.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying these are the mid laners in North America right now.
Pobelter.
Not on a team right now.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Hui, not American. What other teams are there?
That have a full roster.
That don't have rosters. There's 2 teams that don't have rosters.
Yeah.
Shifter's American. There's your best North American mid.
Shifter.
He falls about 6th or 7th on the list.
Not bad, America.
And not his fault, but let's be fair. The talent level just isn't there, which is why they're reaching out. And then top lane, we already know top lane is a disaster.
Yeah, because we lost Dyrus. Without him, there's really nothing, right? Right? Right?
That's what I have to say to that.
It's a legacy. It's a legacy.
Totally. So, with that being said, they put the weight on those 2 positions. Like, we can have Impact and Gank by Mom, 2 superstars at their position. That'll definitely be top 3. Can you argue with that? As long as they play up to what they're expected to do?
Sure, absolutely. 2 players don't make a team.
Oh, I'm not saying that they do.
Yeah, the other 3 can get so heavy.
Okay, I don't think All Tech's going to get heavy. All Tech is not a bad AD carry.
I don't know.
He's an incredibly talented AD carry who played very well on Gravity.
The thing that impressed me more about NRG, about their whole announcement was more their support staff than their players.
Oh, you mean their coaching staff?
Coaching staff, their support staff, their analysts. I mean,
Well, their coaching, yeah, they have history
yeah,
teacher.
they
They
have people that
have
have been around.
what's his name from Origin? The guy who was just their coach. His name escapes me at the moment, but they have Origin's former head coach.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah,
have people that have been around.
Yeah, they have a great team. This guy, and I really love the fact that Nick Allen chose to chime in. He's like, "Oh,
God.
I don't know how they're going to do the 3/5 rule. This is the spirit of that rule is for situations like these." Well, here's what you can't do. You can't enforce the spirit of a rule. I can assure you of this: if you try to, this owner is going to sick his legal team on you, which will probably put the Riot legal team to shame.
Surely they've gotten a better legal team.
I'm confident that they are going that a man who owns a professional basketball team can navigate the intricacies of esports code.
Probably, I think they can handle it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got that one on
Yeah.
lock. I'm pretty sure he's got every loophole handled, and they're like, "Here, look, you don't have to worry because you're not a challenger team." Because Nick Allen's whole point was the challenger rule that a challenger team needs to have 3/5 of their team in order to still be. Well, no, it's not Coast though. You're not enforcing it on Coast. This is a different team.
Coast didn't sell their org; they sold their spot.
Yeah, they're not. It's not Coast rebranded.
Which, if we're gonna argue the ethics of the situation, isn't that the weird move? Selling your spot in a tournament.
That's the shitty move.
Yeah,
is that you earned your spot into a professional circuit and then you sell it
for no reason other than that you just don't want to be in the LCS. Money. Yeah,
you probably. I mean, they probably sold it for $1 million.
$3 million.
Some amount of $1 million.
Some millions of dollars.
Some number that is worth more than that team was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, those guys' contracts were probably like $10,000 at best. I'm sure they all got buyouts if they still were under contract.
I don't think they needed buyouts. I think their contract expired in the middle of November.
And the best part about it is that Monte Cristo jumped all over this.
Oh yeah, he
got in favor of what NRG did.
Well, yeah.
He's like, if they're challenger players, once the team is no longer a challenger team, they shouldn't be required to have those challenger players if they don't want them.
Sure, that makes sense.
Professional players, challenger players. A team that wins the minor league championship doesn't automatically become a major league baseball team.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how do we, foster this young talent? I think that's what people are really upset about, is that there's no way, if you're a challenger team and you do really well in the challenger series and you make it into the LCS, the most lucrative thing for your team to do is to sell the spot.
Right.
That's it.
No,
so
that's bullshit.
If that's going to happen, the org's always going to sell the spot because they are just a challenger team. So where's the incentive to keep your team together and actually improve the sport? Where's that incentive? I think that's what people are really upset about.
I agree. And Monte Cristo's argument on that was get better at the game, be good to the point where you're an indispensable player.
But it's so hard.
Oh, it's such a catch-22.
Yeah.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Get good in order to be an indispensable professional player, but you have to play on challenger teams that'll possibly get sold, and you'll lose your chance to play professionally to get better against the top talent. So it's such a it's such a bizarre give and take.
If you did get better and become indispensable, they'll keep you on. Like Conquan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, if there were better American mid laners or top laners, they probably would have kept Shrimp.
Yeah.
He was just unfortunately, valued less than top lane and mid lane because they felt that there was jungle talent available.
Yeah.
And even beyond that, the fact that Rush was available, if they really wanted to do a mid laner or a top laner from North America, they had him who's already LCS, cut his teeth in the LCS.
But Rush wasn't available.
Well, we don't know at the time.
No, we do. He signed to C9.
I understand that, but we don't know when all that went down.
Oh.
You don't know when all these things were when these talks were done. Just because the contracts were up doesn't mean that
it didn't happen this morning.
No, it didn't.
It had probably been in talks.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. But what I'm saying, regardless.
Irregardless.
That's not a word.
I know, but I got the Bud Light hat on, so sometimes I just can't help myself.
My bad. Stay in character.
It's like the tinfoil hat thing. It just gets all up in my brain. Makes me say things like y'all, and irregardless.
Oh man, you're back home.
And how about them?
Hey y'all.
Things over yonder.
I like it.
Yeah. Yonder.
It's just the comment that got me gold was I said the comment that made me the 1% was if you have a chance, if you have Chris and Peckinwolf and you have a chance to replace them with Gank by Mom and Impact, regardless of your feelings of these players, you replace them with Gank by Mom and Impact.
Yeah.
Because they're better players.
Yeah.
And everyone, they think it's this loyalty issue and they feel that it's unfair that they didn't get a chance to play. Well, NRG doesn't owe these players anything.
Oh, no.
They're not their players. They did not pick those players. So they're not owed if they wanted to be nice, they could say, sure, we'll give you guys a tryout. But they didn't have to, and I don't even know if they did. And I don't think that they agreed to give them a tryout as a stipulation of the sale. I think that's ridiculous.
That'd be
I think the owner of that, I think the guy buying it would have said, no, stick that fucking clause up your ass. We're going to do what we want. This is our team now. If you want to keep these players, keep your fucking organization. Otherwise, here's the check. Make a decision. And they chose the money.
I probably would.
This isn't Coast is this altruistic fucking organization with their players' best interests in mind. No,
and that's
they're out to make $1.
That's Coast's tagline. You didn't know that? Coast, the altruistic organization with the players' best interests in mind.
Yeah, no, they're fucking out to make $1. And look, more power to them. If this is how they want to make money, good on you. Make money, but do not try to fucking sit in an ivory tower like you're some kind of fucking you're out to make sure that the best interests of players are being being upheld, and that you're all LCS players and esports, and to move the machine in the right direction. No, get the fuck out of here. You're the problem, not NRG. They just want to create a team that's going to win, and they want to do it at basically on their terms, which is we bought the spot, we bought star players, now we're going to fucking make an impact. I mean, with impact, oddly enough.
Yeah, that should be the goal of any organization, though. Make a team that's going to win.
Exactly. Right? I am so tired. I'm not to cut you off. I'm so tired of everyone in North America complaining about the lack of North American players. The most important thing should be that a team you like wins, whether or not who the fuck is on the team. You should want to see the best possible games. You should want to see the best representation of League of Legends at a professional level. Do you think that fans of other sports give a hot shit whether or not their starting team is got 7, Dominican players on it in the starting lineup? Oh, there's no Americans on this team. I can't root for them. No, they're there because they're better. If you want to get better, then you play harder. You work harder.
No, we can't do that. We gotta stream, and we have to play Hearthstone, and I have to tweet out angry tweets about the way things are.
Why these Korean players and these European players are better is because they work harder.
Oh yeah. A lot harder.
The Koreans work a ton harder, and I'm not saying that the Europeans are so far ahead of us, but there are European players that are significantly better than their American counterparts.
Yeah. Well, they take it more seriously.
Yeah. I agree. And look at America. Listen, if you're fine with that, and American players are fine with coming here and making lots of money and having cushy gigs that they don't get in Korea, that they don't get in Europe because they're a little more strict, and they take things more seriously, and they don't, then cool, fine, whatever. Then be happy with being the best North American team around. But these people that come into this want to win big.
It's a small mantle. It doesn't bear a lot of weight.
No.
But it is a mantle.
And these teams like NRG, they're in it. Yeah, they're in it for the long haul, and they want to create a lasting brand that's going to make them money. But the way that they're going about it is to win big and win fast.
Oh yeah, because if they shit the bed, they're going to discredit themselves.
Yeah, the days of CLG and TSM and SK Gaming and Dignitas and all these organizations that started when esports was nothing, when they were playing fucking Quake and Doom and Unreal Tournament and this game, League of Legends was just a glimmer in some guy who was making mods for Warcraft 3's eye. Those days are over. You're not going to make an organization like that. A kid in his basement who picks up 5 people that he played LAN with isn't going to happen. Those days are fucking gone. So if you think that that's how a team is going to be formed, if you think TSM can come, can a team like TSM, like that, how that team came about can happen in today's gaming society, you're wrong. It cannot happen like that anymore. And it will not happen like that. There's serious, legitimate businessmen and a lot of international money coming in, and it wants to win. It wants to win now. It wants to cash in on esports now.
You kind of doomed the Team Tower Dive Challenger team. Like
No,
from the
we're
start.
legit because we're gonna have that 1% money.
Oh yeah, we got that 1 month of Reddit gold to really support us.
I have a lot of wheeling and dealing to do. If I play my cards right, we're gonna have some. I was thinking we'll buy the impulse spot.
Oh, with the 1 month of
Reddit gold. Everyone puts $100 in.
$100,000.
No, $100.
Everyone puts in $100,000. Yeah, that makes sense.
$100.
I mean, you have that kind of money, right? Look at you in your suit, and your sunglasses and your little tie. You probably have that lying around, right?
I can scrounge up some.
Yeah, I believe it.
We'll see what I got under my.
Got to spend money to make money.
This is true. Team Tower Dive incoming
to the LCS.
Here it goes. It's coming to an LCS series near you.
And then as soon as we get in, we're gonna get rid of all of our players and hire some real talent.
As soon as we buy our spot, we're gonna sell it for more than we paid for it.
Exactly. That's how it works. Yeah.
You want this LCS spot? $500.
$750.
$900.
Want to buy me lunch?
$800. Feature.
It's not how you negotiate.
I'm a
terrible
negotiator. The suit doesn't make me a better negotiator.
Oh.
It's just like I said, this whole situation just reeks of hypocrisy, I think is the best word. Because you have a team, you have an ownership group in Coast making tweets about how it's like foul business practices, bro. You're the foul fucking business practice
Coast is saying foul business practices.
Yeah, you sold your spot that you won. You had no intentions of playing in the LCS, is what it sounds like.
You literally abandoned your players.
Yeah, and Reddit, Reddit freedom fighters, put down the pitchforks, put down the torches, calm yourself, actually understand what's going on, that these players aren't being screwed by NRG. They're being screwed they've already been screwed by Coast, but their contracts are up.
Yeah.
It's
they were probably going to get cut anyway.
Yeah.
So
and people are like, oh, well, Chris was playing so well. And yeah, Chris is a great solo queue player. He's a great challenger scene player. Every time he's been in the LCS, he's been garbage.
Every time Coast has been in the LCS, they've been garbage. Except for that one time.
Except for that one time, he finished like second.
There's always that one time.
I do feel bad for the players that have never gotten a shot at, the LCS, like Shrimp. And I guess it's really just Shrimp I feel bad for. I guess Peck and Wolf too, because he's never had a chance.
Here's the thing, though. If you want to be in the LCS, get good at the game.
Work your ass off. Exactly.
It's really that simple.
If you're that good, a team will find you.
And unfortunately, it's not going to be fun. No one said this was going to be fun.
No.
You have to take every single solo queue game as serious as it was an LCS match. Every single one.
I said it a bunch of episodes ago. Practice like you play.
Yeah.
If you don't practice like you play, you're not going to play that well. Because if you don't practice hard, you're not going to play hard.
Yeah. That's what it is. I mean, you load up in the solo queue, you play for 8 hours, you take every game serious.
You stream, fine, stream, whatever.
After that 8 hours, you got to watch all those replays. I know it's not in the Riot client.
Break it down. You got to watch, and you also, when you're not playing, watch other people that are playing that are better than you. Learn from them.
Take notes.
See what they're doing.
Ask
them. Send them messages. That's your solo queue advice.
Yeah.
Watch people that are better than you.
Learn from
your mistakes.
That's actual advice this time.
That is real advice. Other than our normal, shitty, ridiculous advice that wouldn't help you with anything. This is legitimate advice. Aspiring professional players.
Yeah.
Before you decide you're a professional player, make sure you're good at this game.
Yeah.
Before you quit school, make sure somebody wants you. You're not starting your own terrible team with your 4 friends because they suck.
They do suck.
And
you're good.
Because, you're a pretty good player.
They suck.
They're bad. Don't play with your friends. You'll never get anywhere.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's I think the problem that a lot of people have with it is that they think it's going to be fun. It's not. It's not going to
Not
be fun. You have taken
job.
something that was fun, you turned it into work.
Yeah,
And
it's
while you
hard
can
work.
enjoy your job,
Listen, it's
it's
fun
still
to win.
work. Yeah.
That's what's fun, winning. Getting to the point where you're a champion is not fun. Being a
No.
champion is very fun.
Watch those Rocky movies. Do you think he's having fun running up all those steps?
Does it
No
look fun?
way.
Does it look like it's fun when he's getting his just shit kicked out of him in the 3rd round? No. In the 12th round when he knocks out Ivan Drago, that's fun.
That's fun. When
The
he cuts
11
the
rounds
Russian,
prior to that,
that's
not
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
None of that was fun.
Watching Apollo Creed get murdered, not fun.
Watching Apollo Creed die in the ring,
Although
not fun.
really, in this
the least amount of fun
metaphor,
in
he
that?
was already a champion, so.
You know who was the least amount of fun in that? Apollo Creed. Because
Yeah.
he's dead now.
Yeah. And
He
also kind of Rocky's wife a little bit.
Why was she sad that Apollo Creed died?
Well, she was sad, and then she was all like, Rocky, I don't want you to fight. He's going to kill you.
Can't win, I believe is what her line
Yeah, that's it. I was paraphrasing.
I know. I gave you the direct quote.
That's good. So it's not fun. But if you want it, and it's your dream, go for it. But you got to bust your balls.
You got to bleed.
Yeah.
Got to bleed.
You think fucking Faker was like, maybe I'll play some Hearthstone today? No. He fucking went to a PC bang and played for 13 hours until he pissed his pants.
Faker's like, I've been playing for 29 straight hours. I've shit myself 6 times.
I guess I can stop.
I haven't moved. I haven't stopped. My one finger is like, so that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's that situation. And and the thing is now with Gravity for sale and an Impulse for sale.
Yeah. Coast did set kind of a nasty precedent for selling a spot.
You have all of these players that are becoming not available now.
Yeah.
And somebody's gonna buy these spots and just kind of like put together this skeleton crew of what's left.
Yeah. What's gonna happen is that they're gonna sell these B spots, and then they're just gonna try and not get relegated, and then sell that spot next season.
Yeah, it's like you're looking at a team of like Poe Belter and Wild Turtle and
that doesn't sound so bad. It could be like maybe top 6.
It's only 10 teams. I don't know. So it's just you're just looking at teams that are just going to be like whatever. Like Skara, he can play, right?
Right. Cutie Pie comes out of retirement.
Nah, Cutie Pie's done. He makes too much money. He's like that stream money.
I know. He's got that stream money.
Bills. That's a stream money coming in, son.
Yeah.
So, that actually, it's funny that we go this. I think we'll jump over to this other part because I think this situation sparked this response by Riot Games because there was a post that there's going to be these proposed contract changes to LCS teams.
And they're pretty, good.
Well, I feel like that they're learning what should be done.
Yeah.
What, how other sports and organizations operate. And they're sort of taking a lead from that, which what they should have done from the beginning.
Although we won't really know until we see the actual rules, and see how they're worded and how they can be used.
I think there's the meeting for that is in December, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, but the proposed contract changes are, and this was from Riot themselves on NA LOL Esports. Contracts are going to be a maximum of 3 years. They'd like them to be because they're apparently outside of the LCS. There are some contracts that are like 10 years long.
They knew one that was 10 years.
That was 10 years,
which is unreal.
And apparently the compensation isn't for the whole entire length of the deal.
Who signs a contract for 10 years?
Why would you sign that? First of all, what Chinese or Korean player signed that shit deal? Because I'm telling you, that's where it is.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. They're looking to lock up a good player who's young and apparently an idiot.
It's probably like Easy Hoon or something.
No, apparently Easy Hoon, there's rumors that he's forming some fucking crazy Korean team.
Ooh, Korean super team with Froggen.
A Korean super team, which might actually be a super team.
An actual super team? A super team?
Not like Froggen and 4 guys he knows. Poor bastard. So less than 3 years or less. Reserves are going to get contracts as well. It's going to be like a league minimum type thing. Depending on how much they play or if they play at all.
You have to make the least amount of money.
But they have to have a contract. They can't just be like, oh, well, here you are. This guy's our new AD carry. You can't do that.
Yeah.
and that I think is good.
It's good that you have to contract your subs. I mean, that way you can't just dump them whenever you feel like.
Players aren't going to be locked into organizations with non-competes.
Yeah, non-compete clauses.
Yeah, so if they want, if something happens to the organization, they're not locked into it. And it also takes into account that players can terminate contracts with teams that violate LCS rules.
Yeah, like if a team gets banned.
Like Lemon Dogs, for example, there was the big situation with them. Apparently, the only two situations that have occurred that they said that this would have applied to at the time are the Lemon Dogs and the Rich Gang.
Yeah.
The Oceanic server team that was full of a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah. Although I thought those players got banned. I didn't think the org got banned.
They did, but if they're happy, what I'm saying is if they're happy, the organization and the players.
Yeah.
If one of the players wasn't a scumbag and wanted to continue to play, and he was just like, I was just a bystander, I didn't want to do, you guys are assholes, I just want to terminate. He could terminate his contract and join a new team.
Right. I think the non-compete clause is kind of a big one because, like,
that's a good one.
Yeah, because if you negotiate out of your contract and you got that damn non-compete clause in there, you might be stuck not playing for a year.
Or if you're benched.
Yeah.
If you're benched and you want to continue playing, but you can't because you have a non-compete and you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
So you signed a shitty contract.
Don't do that.
And I think that's what they're trying to get rid of is shitty contracts.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
And shitty practices from shitty organizations that are trying to get away with like slavery and indentured servitude and not paying their players very much.
I think there's a 3/5 joke in here. Like a player is really 3/5 of a human being.
I think you're right. There is probably a 3/5
somewhere in there. I think we got a 3/5.
We're not smart enough to come up with. It's not funny enough to come up with.
We're not that funny, unfortunately.
Not that clever.
Yeah, it's in there though.
It's there.
There's a tweet somewhere.
Think about it and tell us it.
Yeah.
If you guys can remember.
End of the show. I'll get to it.
3/5 joke out there, and listen, it's out there right for the picking.
Yeah.
Take it. Grab it by the balls.
Oh, 3/5 of its balls.
Why does he have 5 balls? Where did the other 2 go?
There's a lot of antibiotics and meat now. So
that's some rough stuff.
Yeah, it's scary. Rough. Watch those GMOs.
Rough stuff. So and you know what? Listen, I'm just like I'm cruising through this little roadway because this is all intertwined.
Yeah.
So the whole contracts and players being unhappy with things that leads us into so the darlings of LCS, Fnatic.
I want to talk about contract stuff a little bit more.
Oh, you want to go into okay?
Well, I just had one more point to make.
Okay, we'll back off the Fnatic news.
And what I'm surprised that there hasn't been a ruling on yet, with how easy it is to sell a spot in the LCS.
Well, there's just so much gray area. Like Nick Allen was like, oh well, the spirit of this rule. No. There shouldn't be spirit of a rule. There should be a
rule,
black and white rule. You can't enforce an idea. I mean, I guess you can try to, but you can fight an idea.
Right, so it just seems really easy to get a spot and then sell it, right? Now that we've set this precedent, what's stopping challenger teams from, hiring 5-ringers, supporting them for a challenger series, putting them in the LCS with the agreement that they're just going to sell the spot, and then they sell their spot. What I'm surprised Riot hasn't commented on is how they're thinking about, or what they should be thinking about, is how to maybe allow teams to not sell the spot as soon as they get into the challenger or into the LCS. Maybe they have to hold on to it for a split.
Like there has to be an agreement that the team is going to follow through with playing in the LCS.
Yeah.
If they
if they're in the challenger series, or
like there has to be some agreement. Like if you when you qualify for the challenger series, there should be some kind of agreement where you're going to...
This organization is going to continue playing in the LCS for X amount of time.
Yeah, for the time being, you can't just get into LCS and sell your spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen. That's the only weird part about this whole situation is that you can just sell a spot like it's a trophy.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. I stand by it.
It's just weird
nonsense.
Okay, now we can move on from that. Or were we talking about Fnatic or something?
Well, we were just going to go into the Fnatic thing.
Let's talk about Fnatic.
Let's talk about Fnatic.
Let's talk about Fnatic, baby. Let's talk about Huni. Let's talk about Reign over for Bevan and you and me.
Okay.
How was that all right?
Whatever, I liked it.
Could have been better.
Could have been worse.
That's true.
So, Fnatic, the only team in the LCS of both NA and EU who was keeping their entire team. Well, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
There's the potential that they are going to lose almost everybody.
Yeah. 3/5, actually.
They're going to lose the 3/5.
Yeah. This is the opposite of 3/5.
Apparently, because again, dealing with the contract situation, apparently Huni, when him and Reignover were signed, they were no ones in Korea.
Right.
They were nobodies. They
were
trying out for teams. They were backups. They were on B teams, whatever. They weren't A-level players.
Mm-hmm.
So they got them they came over here and they signed very, very cheap contracts.
Yeah.
And even for like rookies, they were cheap contracts because they weren't just rookies, they were no names.
Right.
Well, apparently Huni's not happy that he makes Dick. And apparently he's not happy with Daler.
Yeah.
The coach. Apparently, from what I have heard, Daler runs a pretty tight ship and is very strict. And I guess Huni has a freewheeling lifestyle that didn't match it.
You would think, a couple Koreans would take to that like ducks to water.
Apparently.
Yeah.
But not. Well, not a couple of Koreans. It's just Huni's complaining about.
Oh, okay.
Reignover situation is different, and I will get to that. So Huni's been spamming 80 carry games.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor mill has him wanting to come to North America as an AD carry. One, to make that sweet, sweet North American bank. And two, number one, make that sweet, sweet North American bank.
And then also have like the lax schedules North Americans apparently have.
And not have to worry about, listen, he got about as close as you can get to winning Worlds.
That's true.
Without actually playing in the championship game.
That's true.
They got damn close. So he's probably like, look, man, I need to cash in on my time I have left in this game. I am 17 going on 18. I'm an old man in this game.
Right, Grandpa.
I only got a couple of years left of good play in me. I'm going to switch positions. And I am going to play in North America. I'm going to, get some sweet sponsors. Someone's going to pay me big.
Yep.
And good. Hey, listen, good on him if that's what he wants to do.
Sure.
Sucks for Fnatic.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up sucking for Huni as well.
Probably, because he's going to be on a bad team.
He's never going to win.
Well, let's look at the teams that he can go to that need an AD carry. If the story is true, CLG, are they going to bench Stixay for Huni?
Yeah, or Turtle.
Well, they don't have Turtle.
But they had Turtle.
They tried Turtle out. That was actually another part of the story. Well, I guess we'll say that. But CLG is going with Stixay.
Okay.
And they tried Turtle out, but apparently they didn't like what they saw.
Nobody likes poor Turtle.
Poor Turtle. So Huni has been spamming that. So he is potentially leaving. Reignover is potentially retiring.
Because he has wrist problems are the pits, man.
Yeah, apparently none of these guys stretch.
You got to do your stretches.
Got to do your stretches.
Yeah, especially when you get up in the years like we do.
Yeah.
Got them little metacarpals.
Yeah.
Don't move so good.
Got to keep it loose in there. Got to keep it loose. So
like doing your kegels.
He's potentially retiring, and Yellowstar is potentially retiring because apparently somebody was saying that he's burnt out on esports.
Yeah, I could see that.
Makes sense. He's been playing since season 1.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he wants to move into a more management position too.
Plus, the motherfucker's given everything he can.
Yeah.
This organization at this point.
Almost won Worlds twice. Well, won Worlds once.
No, he didn't.
He wasn't there season 1?
He was in SK Gaming season 1.
Oh, right.
He was an AD carry for SK.
He should stay until he wins Worlds.
He may never.
Well, I may never go to the moon, but I can hope.
You're never going to the moon.
I might go to the moon. We're building that space elevator. Right? No, it's a thing. Trump's going to build it. After he builds that giant wall between us and Mexico.
After he builds that giant wall to keep all the immigrants out.
He's gonna get all those immigrants to build a space elevator.
That makes sense.
To the moon. I'm gonna conquer the moon.
Yeah. So Fnatic. So now every single team is gonna have different players.
It's a total upheaval this preseason.
Is the
it's
wild
insane.
fucking West.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Get your 6-shooter, put on your 10-gallon hat, and let's rob a saloon.
We might be able to get into an LCS team.
We might be able to sneak. As I said, Impulse and Gravity. They don't have anybody yet. We buy that roster spot. Boom. Yeah. LCS.
Just let me
Team
play.
Tower Dive.
Yeah.
I'll pick up Turtle.
Yeah, I'll play with Turtle.
Turtle, you're ready to carry. Wild Turtle, if you're listening, Team Tower Dive salutes you, and you're welcome on our team anytime.
That'll be great.
Bo Belter, boom.
Maybe we can get Meteos off the
Shut
bench.
Up. I'm jungling.
Oh, okay.
Meteos wants to switch to top lane. He can come.
He might be down for that. But we all have to dye our hair blonde like Meteos.
No.
That's the key. Oh. Why not?
We're all going to wear suits.
I don't want to wear a suit.
Listen, hillbilly.
I don't want to be a pirate.
Listen, hillbilly. You're going to wear a suit, all right?
I don't want to wear a suit. It gets all itchy. I can't feel my bits.
Your bits?
Yeah, my bits. Too much clothes.
Too much clothes.
Too hot.
Make my bits hurt.
So hot.
Hot in my bits.
Can't handle it.
So we said Stixxay. Oh yeah. So TSM. So they have a new roster.
Yeah, they announced
We talked a bit about it.
They announced their IEM roster.
Yeah, they made their announcement on the IEM roster.
Yeah.
Now, riddle me this. And really, it's not a riddle at all.
When is a raven like a writing desk?
Nobody knows the answer to that.
No, they both.
Exactly.
Something about notes, and they're flat.
Ravens.
Flat notes.
Right. So.
It's a pun.
So there was that video introducing the new team, and it's Haunter, and it's
How cringy was this video? I didn't watch it.
It's not really cringy, but it's very. It kind of after you're done watching, you kind of have this look on your face, like.
Describe it to me, like you would a blind person.
They're introducing themselves.
Oh, because we've never met these people before.
And they're just sort of, it's really a brief video because it's Haunter, and it's who the fuck is their jungler?
Svenskeren. We did a whole show on this.
Yeah, we did a whole show on that. See, I just put that little douche out of my mind. So it's
like
Haunter,
in every game he plays in.
Yeah, it's Haunter and Svenskeren and Bjergsen and Lift and Kasing.
Hey!
And they're all talking about, what their plans are and blah, blah, blah. And you get to Kasing. And he's like, I'm Kasing, and I'm TSM support. And it's like, I'm playing in IEM and stuff. And I guess we'll see what happens after. Like, super non-committal is really what it comes down to. Like, everyone else is talking about how they want to win and how this is a great chance for them and they think it's a great team. And Kasing's like, yeah, I'm here for another week, I guess. Maybe, if I feel like it.
And you think maybe he's just playing coy and he's like trying to not seem too eager?
Is it a tryout? Is he officially on the team?
I don't know.
Or I don't know what the hell it is. It just left me sort of sitting there like, is Kasing really, is he part of the team?
It has been called their IEM roster. I mean, he might not want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there. Probably smells like taint and dirty socks.
That's going to be a tough team to deal with, I feel like.
It's a lot of personality.
A lot of personalities, except for Haunter, who's like super quiet.
Well, there's that. So they got that going for him.
So you have Bjergsen, Double Lift, and Svenskeren.
Yeah. And Svenskeren's a man-child.
And Kasing's going to have to keep all that shit in order because he's going to be their shot call.
Yeah, during a high-pressure situation.
Yeah.
That's the job I want.
He's going to have to say, Svenskeren, where the fuck are you? I haven't seen you in 13 minutes. What are you doing?
You getting Raptors again? God damn it, Svenskeren.
God damn it. Stop going for Raptors. We're trying to do Dragon. Fucker,
more important objectives on the map.
Bjergsen, where are you? I'm doing what I want. It's not the fucking plan.
If I was Kasing, I would have like a little cup of pebbles or like small rocks or hard ball bearings, and every time someone didn't listen to me, I would just throw it at them. Listen!
You might bore a hole in someone's head if you throw it hard enough. I'm not really worried about any of these players, but
right.
I don't think any of them are spotting.
You fucking listen to me.
It's a fucker.
I think he needs to give every player middle names so that he can call them out like when your mom calls you when you're in trouble.
They probably have middle names.
Yeah, but that work with their usernames. You know. Or maybe is it like Bjergsen? Isn't his name Bjerg? Or no, it's Soren Bjerg. Bjergsen Soren Bjerg.
Soren Bjergsen Bjerg.
You get over here right now.
You get to Dragon Pit.
Yeah.
Chubby Svenskeren foreigner.
But Kasing's also a foreigner.
Kasing, foreign.
Now you just sound like a caveman.
I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's Kasing.
You think that's something we need to kind of start getting away with? Is the weird usernames and just go by people's names?
No, because I think in regards to this world, that's how you know them.
Yeah, but we could change that.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to hear them Soren Bjerg.
Yeah, or just give them numbers like an actual.
Then it's gonna start sounding like the World Cup.
Yeah, is that weird?
Yeah, I don't want it to sound.
I don't know. I'm just tired of like terrible usernames.
Well, I think maybe the hopes is that they'll have less terrible names.
There's never gonna be less terrible names.
I mean, like Power of Evil's name is horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Your name is terrible. I love Power of Evil, but his name is so dumb.
Yeah.
Like you sound like a Finnish black metal band, and that's not cool. Like that's not a good Finnish black metal band, like a lame one.
Yeah.
Opening for, fucking Amin Aminaroth is Power of Evil. And it's like, oh, your name is stupid.
It's pretty dumb. Bad. There's a lot of really bad names.
Wow, you just totally cut out for a second.
Did I?
Yeah, your face has got the dopey hot. There you go. Hi, you're welcome back.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was strange. You just
okay.
But you were talking, but your face wasn't moving.
Strange.
It's weird looking.
It's good to bring that up mid-show instead of just kind of rolling with it.
No, I wanted to make it a point because it looked ridiculous.
Okay.
You looked ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
I know, but
yeah,
because that's the part that I play for this show.
So we want to keep, net handles. This is something
I personally want to keep net handles because I would feel weird, especially with all especially Korean teams.
Yeah.
It's like Lee Hung Seok and you'd have these names, you just wouldn't know who you're talking about anymore.
I'm sure.
Plus, they're harder to say. Let's be fair.
Okay, there's that.
They're harder to say.
Yeah.
Double Lift's name is Yinglang Pang.
Peter.
But Peter is his nickname.
Peter.
They call him Peter, but his real name is Yilang.
Yeah, Peter.
Peter.
Right. That's how you spell Peter in China.
It's not.
It is.
Nope.
I looked it up earlier.
You didn't look it up at all.
I don't know. It just seems it's fine. It's never going to go away. It's
it is what it is.
That's
how esports is its thing. You have handles.
It handles.
That's how it's always been back in the days of Fatality and Thresh.
But what about like Apollo and Chris? Although Chris's name isn't actually Chris.
It's not.
And who's the jungler for Ku Tigers? His name was Lee Hojin.
Hojin.
Yeah, that's his name.
I know. His name was Lee.
Yeah, can't do that.
That's also his name.
Yeah. So people are using their names. Why is that so weird?
I don't know. I think it's different in Korea. Well, Steve. Steve's name wasn't Steve.
Yeah.
It just was weird.
It's not.
So I don't know. I
think his actual name.
I think keeping those names is good.
Okay.
But more importantly, continuing with the crazy roster changes and stuff, C9 just got legit.
Again.
More legit, I think, than they've been in a long time.
Are they considered too legit?
Are they quitting?
No.
They're not too legit. They're just legit enough.
But if you're too legit to quit. So,
hey.
But they're not quitting, so that makes them too legit.
No, they're just legit enough.
But they're not quitting.
But they're not quitting. So they're not too legit.
They're too legit enough. Because they can't quit.
They're an ample amount of legit.
They're just the right amount of legit.
An acceptable amount of legit.
Yeah, just a pinch of legit.
Beyond the legit that they were. They were a little bit legit.
Yeah.
Now they're really legit.
Uh-huh.
And if they go on to being too legit, they'll have to quit.
Why do you have to quit when you're too legit?
Because you're too...
You can't quit when you're too legit.
To quit.
That's the whole point of the song.
Hey.
Why are they so legit? What happened?
Well, the rumors were true. C9 Rush. First of all, I'm probably gonna get a lot of
flack,
for that. But I think Rush is a better jungler than Meteos.
I don't think
Jesus
people would
wept.
argue with you on that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think people are gonna argue with me. I think the C9 purists will.
No, I mean C9 had something good going, but it wasn't, and it was good for 2 seasons.
And then it
But
fell
the game
apart.
has moved beyond that. You know, you got to adapt, like that guy
Yeah.
in X-Men.
So Rush, I think, is so much more aggressive than anything they're ever used to. I think it's going to open up some new avenues for players like Balls and Incarnation, and even Sneaky. And Sneaky now has Bunny Fufu in lane with him.
Ooh. See, that's one of those dumb usernames I was talking
terrible
about.
Username. It's an awful name.
Yeah.
But I think as far as playing goes, I believe he is a significant upgrade over Lemonation.
Yeah, mechanically at least.
Mechanically, I just think he's a smarter player than Lemon is in game. I think Lemon might be more knowledgeable of the game, but I don't think that translates into him being a better player.
Some people might call Bunny Fufu kind of a one-trick pony, though.
Why?
Plays Thresh.
Wasn't that Sheep that did that all the time?
I mean, Bunny Fufu was really known for his Thresh.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying he can't play other champions.
I think he's very good with. I think he's a very good support. I think he's a much better. I think he's a much more consistent support than Lemonation is. So I think Lemon could pull out some crazy games, but Lemon also would wander into bushes and get killed all the time.
Yeah, he is kind of a wanderer.
Lemonation, not like a good wanderer like Lust Boy was.
Yeah, or like that
a bad wanderer like you lost your grandfather in the mall.
See, that's the difference between wandering and roams.
Yeah. Lust Boy roams.
Yeah.
Through Lemonation wanders.
Lust Boy roams where he wants to.
Like a kid, like a kid at a carnival.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't have him strapped to me. Where'd he go?
Where's his leash? There's a post to put his leash on.
He's got the teddy bear leash on. Ryan, where are you?
I'm lost. Lost.
So, yeah, that's interesting. I really have. I think that kind of catapults C9 up to a much, like in the higher upper echelon of the American teams right now.
So I would agree, except for the fact that we don't know who's going to shot call.
Bunny Fufu is.
Is he?
Not even a question.
Is he a good shot caller?
He was for Gravity.
Okay. Case closed.
I don't think it's a problem. I think that they're going to be very good. I think that that's what they needed is someone who's confident enough to shot call that because High can't play anymore. People are like amazed that High's not playing. High can't play because he's injured.
His hands were falling off with his arms.
Yeah, he can't put the time in. When he said he quit the first time, that's why. The reason he came back is because they needed him.
Like Captain
He put his health at risk. Again.
He may never recover, you guys.
He may never be able to masturbate with his right hand ever again. You do Stranger all the time.
I don't know. Is it still a Stranger if you do it all the time?
It's the Stranger. It's never going to feel right if you're not right hand. If you're not left hand.
I think you get used to it eventually.
I don't think you do. I think it's weird.
I think you get used to it.
I think it's always the Stranger.
I think you do a Stranger more than 3 times. It's
because you have to remember he's going to do everything else with his right hand.
Yeah.
He can't masturbate anymore.
Sure. I think you do the Stranger 3 times, it becomes the Acquaintance.
It's Stranger.
Or that coworker that you bump into in the hallway. You always say, "Hey, how are you?" And they say, "Good. How are you?" And then that's all the conversation.
Stranger.
That's
always the Stranger.
That's 3 times after the Stranger.
Like if you close your eyes, and then you start. You look, and you have to look because you think it's someone else's hand.
No, I know what it is. But I think your
Stranger.
brain kind of figures it out after a couple of times.
Doesn't.
It does.
So
what are we talking about?
C9 and Rush.
Right. So the thing about C9 is, I mean, they have always needed High, right? High was C9. Yeah.
Because when they had Meteos calling shots, they didn't win any games.
No.
That was bad.
So I guess we'll see. This is kind of one of those things that takes time to see if it's actually going to work out. You're never going to know on the first
go. Funny. It's actually funny because Rush put out the least amount of wards of any player in the LCS.
Yeah. Unless he was playing Lee Sin, because I guess do jumping wards count?
Yes.
Oh.
Those were the only wards he was putting out.
Yeah.
Was when he was jumping to them.
Yeah.
Bunny Fufu, I believe, led the league in putting out wards last split.
I don't know.
I think he did.
I'd have to look that up.
I'd have to look that stat up, but I feel like for some reason that feels like it's true.
Yeah. I mean,
look that up afterwards and tell me whether or not
that Gravity All-Tech bot lane did look really good.
Yeah, no, Gravity looked great up until the end of the season when they fell apart, but apparently that's because there were major problems in their house and they weren't getting along.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shit happens.
Which is another reason why these teams shouldn't live together.
That's why you don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. Or eat.
Why can't you just have a fucking office?
I don't know.
I live in California. I have to live with these guys. Why? Because you have to play 12 hours with them. Okay, well then have an office. You can go do 12 hours a day.
Have just a nice fucking office.
Go home so you can like breathe and be like,
wash off the nerd stink.
I have 5 hours. I can sleep. I can relax.
You can rub one out.
And then we start it all over again. No, you have to be up everybody's ass.
Everyone has to be on top of each other.
Like a dysfunctional family.
Like
that always works.
A really angry, smelly Brady Bunch.
It's like the worst, angry, smelly, useless in every other aspect of their life Brady Bunch.
It is really quite dumb.
So I get it in the early stages, but now you have teams that have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they don't
players that have salary that can probably pay rent.
And you don't need to live. I mean, listen, if he's like, hey, if one of the players like, hey, I'm gonna get an apartment here. Do you want to be my roommate?
No.
Like that's fine. It's like
the answer is no.
Well, no, I would have the problem because you both have rooms. You know, you're not sharing a room with somebody anymore.
You're not like sharing a 1-bedroom where somebody's sleeping.
You're not like, hey, we're besties and we do everything together. No, you don't have to do that. You're like, I'm gonna go out and get food with my girlfriend. You're not invited. Okay, good. Well, I was going to the movies anyway. Good. Enjoy them. I don't care.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you
at practice.
I'll see you at practice. Okay, good. Tell them I'm going to be late. Why are you going to be late? Because I said I'm going to the movies. Go to an earlier movie, but I want to see it in IMAX. You know, with those conversations.
Yeah.
Real stuff. You know, real people stuff.
Instead of the really angry ones because you've spent 19 hours together.
Or the passive-aggressive ones. Yeah. Those are the worst ones.
Double lift. Can you wash your goddamn dish?
Double lift. Fucking stop leaving old Chinese food in the living room.
God,
we have no furniture, so it's on the floor. That's the other thing. They put them up in these houses, and they have no fucking furniture.
Oh yeah, they're children. They don't know how to
squatting. The house. It looks like they killed the people who owned the house previously and are living in their house as all the furniture got taken away.
They just have the IKEA desk, the super expensive chair,
$3,500 computers on an $11 desk, and like there's a giant Coke bottle bank. And that's all they have.
And like just cases and cases of energy drinks.
Yeah, because they get them for free because they're sponsored by a fucking energy drink.
Yeah. They need to get sponsored by like Kind Bars or fucking
or like Workout World
or like a jerky company so they get some fucking protein in them.
Pemmican beef jerky?
Yeah. Get sponsored by Trader Joe's and get groceries.
Get sponsored by Costco. Give you stuff, like give you fresh fish and you know trampolines and things of that nature.
Yeah. Might be a good idea, guys. Get sponsored by IKEA and get actual furniture.
It's not IKEA is not actual furniture.
Okay, well it's close to actual furniture.
They're boxes of things that may eventually become actual furniture, but it is not actual furniture.
Closer to furniture.
Warning: IKEA does not sell you furniture. They sell you paper with pictures of furniture on it and pieces of wood and cloth and screws in the vague shape of furniture. This may or may not be furniture. It's like you take out the your paper, like what the fuck is that supposed to? You dump it all
out. What's a flagongarben?
You turn upside. Oh, it was upside down. You build it, and then the person who'd helped you because you can't do it alone because no one builds IKEA furniture.
I build IKEA alone.
You have to have someone looking at the thing. Is this right? It looks like it's right. Does this go here? Yeah, and you have that one panel that you put in backwards. But you realize that you have to take apart like an hour's worth of work in order to change it. You just go, fuck it, I don't care anymore. That one's backwards. I don't even give a shit.
And it's like the shitty side that doesn't have the fake wood paneling on it.
It's like the fucking... It's not painted side. I don't care. It's artistic now. Now it's whimsical.
It's avant-garde.
It's a conversation starter now. The conversation will go like this. What happened to that piece? I put it in backwards. Fuck you. Thanks for pointing that out, asshole. Next question.
Still, better than
But
just the empty house with dirty carpet.
and I know some of the teams have started to try and make it look like they're just not, they're just not carpeted prisons. Because that's what I feel like. Like, remember the old C9 house when Sneaky lived in a closet like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And that was their new house, too. That was the nicer house.
It was the better than, and then they lived in like an apartment.
Then they moved
That had a
back to
hot
the
tub that didn't
tinier
work.
apartment. Yeah.
I remember I watched the video and like Meteos was like, "This is our hot tub. We never use it because it doesn't work."
Why are you living there?
Thanks for showing it to us. Thanks for showing us that nothing. Good job. That's like, here's a bowl of cereal that somebody ate out of earlier today.
Here's your sink of dirty dishes because nobody knows how to use the dishwasher.
Nope, they never have dirty dishes because they don't cook.
They don't have any dishes,
so
probably.
They just eat the Chipotle wrappers.
And
then you go, and then the best is like, this is the garage, and there's just bags of garbage.
Yeah.
Dude, when does the garbage come? Wednesdays. It's Thursday. Yeah, we missed garbage day.
For the last 90 days.
You missed garbage day. Since when? 1994? Jesus Christ.
It's like, yeah, it's like an episode of Hoarders.
Yeah, like only, or like it's like a dirty frat house.
If they hoarded Chinese takeout containers.
And PC boxes. Like 46 keyboard boxes. Why do you have so many keyboards? Sponsors.
They keep giving it to us. I don't know why.
Try them out. Another keyboard.
Great.
I like that. Also, speaking of keyboards, that was the big Fnatic announcement. Who is Yellowstar? There's a big Fnatic announcement. Branded gear. They're making their own gear.
Yeah.
Cool. Good on them. But
that's great.
Not an announcement. When teams are literally imploding around us.
Yeah.
Your announcement of want to buy a Fnatic keyboard is not an announcement.
No.
You're a dick.
And it's not even like buy a Fnatic keyboard. It's start an Indiegogo so they can start manufacturing Fnatic keyboards.
Yeah. They're like made to order.
Yeah.
I mean, they look nice.
I guess.
If I already have a good keyboard.
They're not real keyboards yet, though, so that's just a concept piece.
I'm sure that's what it's going to look like. It's
maybe. You don't know.
You can't really do crazy things with keyboards.
You can do so many crazy things. You can change the font.
Ooh.
You can change the color of the little caps.
Right.
You can change the color of the base.
The face?
Base.
The base.
Base.
Base?
The base. You can change the type of cord it uses, braided or non-braided.
You always go braided.
You can have a number pad. You can not have a number pad. You can have macro keys. So many things.
When you have a keyboard that has like the 10 key, that's the number.
The number pad.
It's called 10 key.
Number pad.
Right. When you have the 10 key, and then when you're on the other side, you have all of the macro buttons. Yeah. Your keyboard stops looking like a keyboard and starts looking like a fucking landing strip. They're just so big then.
Well, not that big.
It's huge.
It's not that big.
It's gigantic.
Yours is bigger.
It's not.
What are we talking about?
My dick, and then you'd be right. Mine is bigger.
You just said it's not, though.
We're talking about keyboards then.
You know what they say about a person with a big keyboard?
They came in a big keyboard box.
Yeah. With a giant dick in it?
What kind of keyboard are you buying?
I think I bought it from the wrong store.
I don't think I bought a keyboard.
I think I just bought a dildo.
Oh, in a keyboard box.
In a keyboard
It was probably used, that means.
That's what they meant by Black Widow.
Oh. Sing! One for
different type of spider over there.
That's not what I was looking for when I said I wanted the Black Widow. I looked at me funny. I realized I wasn't in Micro Center.
I was in
fucking Billy's Bits.
Ew. Ew. Only pedophiles go to Billy's Bits.
You went there. It's weird.
Well, they're the only place that carry Black Widows.
Well, there you go.
What are you gonna do?
We'll round out the rest of the we're not going to give the other teams as much face time as the American teams or Fnatic got. But Unicorns of Love have finalized their roster. They're bringing back Gilius as their jungler, and Fox and Steelback are on.
Hey, good for them. Steelback's back.
Steelback is back in the LCS, and Fox is off of SK and now replacing Power of Evil.
That's
good. And on a side note, his real name is Hampus.
No, it's not.
I swear to God.
Hampus?
Hampus.
Maybe it's Hampus. Is that better?
No, like
Hampus.
Chris von Krampus.
Chris von Hampus.
Bruce von Krampus, the German Christmas devil.
Yeah,
that steals
that's
kids,
Krampus.
rapes them.
Does he rape them?
Bruce, or he eats them? Maybe
He eats them. I think he puts them in a sack and he carries them away.
He puts them in his sack.
In a sack, not his. Oh, I guess it is also his sack, but not his sack. Bag.
Regardless, Hampus,
Krampus.
So his name is, and that's what his fucking handle should be. Fox is a stupid name. You should be Krampus.
Yeah. That with an umlaut somewhere
Hampus
in there.
Krampus.
Or just Krampus. That's too many syllables.
Hampus Krampus?
Yeah, just Krampus. Or just Hampus.
No, that's his real name, like Apollo. He's
like
his
Apollo.
real name.
Or Hojan.
This is less cool.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Apollo changed his name because he was Wiz Fusion, which was a stupid name.
Another dumb name.
And they were like, your name sucks. He's like, well, what do you want me to change it to? Well, what's your real name? Apollo. Use that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, your real name is awesome. Your in-game name's stupid. Just change your name. Good call.
It's too much IP.
I feel like people got respected him a lot more as Apollo than they did as Wiz Fusion.
Because Wiz Fusion's like the dumbest name ever.
Not ever. It's bad. There have been worse.
What's the worst name ever?
I mean, Power of Evil is still a really bad name.
Still pretty bad.
It's still a pretty bad. It's the kind of name that you would have given your AIM account when you were like 11.
Yeah. I always hated the name Marine King Prime. He was a StarCraft 2 player.
Oh.
He played Terran, and he built a lot of Marines. Marine King Prime.
But at least it's like a functional name. It makes a lot of sense.
Stupid.
Like if I was a StarCraft player, mine would be I'm not good at StarCraft. It's a functional name.
Yeah.
Bad at StarCraft.
Yeah. Mine would be oops, I got supply
Or at StarCraft. Zerg, because it's all I know.
Only 6 pool.
I don't even know what that means. Doesn't know what that means. Not pretending to be good at this game. Those would be all of my handles.
So SK lost another player then.
SK lost their whole team is gone.
Oh, okay. So they're all gone.
Apparently they're looking to buy a new team. Maybe they buy into the NALC.
Maybe they buy an NA spot.
They still need they still need players.
Yeah, they can field a couple players and do all right.
They're gonna bring back the old SK team of Aranea and Ocelot.
Ocelot's on a team.
Yellow Star. No, Ocelot owns a team, which is a funny story because the other team is Dignitas has named their roster, and they still have Kiwi, Kid, and Shifter, and they added some guy, Kiri, who I don't know who it is. They obviously Apollo, like we said earlier, and Smitty J, who is the top laner from G2.
Smitty J, really?
Also not a good name.
God, you guys, you're better than that.
But the thing is, he went from an LCS team that just got in the LCS to a different LCS team in a different region.
So?
That's weird.
That's more textbook, I think, than any other trade that we've done.
But the thing is he just got into the LCS.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we're in the LCS. Good. All right, see, I'm going to dig.
He wants to play in North America because it's easier and you get more money.
I know, obviously. But he was on Ocelot's team, so it's kind of funny. So that rounds out the most recent series of roster moves.
Yeah, we'll see what changes in the next week.
Well, I mean, the big thing is what's going to happen with Fnatic, and that still is left to be seen because all of this stuff with Huni and Reignover and Yellow Star, it's all rumor until we get a confirmation.
Hearsay.
What? Oh, yeah, it's all
hearsay.
Hearsay. Yeah. It's all hearsay until it becomes fact. Played.
Was that Dumbledore?
It turned into Dumbledore.
A little bit.
It's sort of like when my Donald Trump turns into JFK.
Yeah. It's the evolution.
It's just natural. It's the natural progression of things. So we did a lot of stuff today.
That was a lot of information to cover.
It was a lot. I think I want to finish though. We're going to slowly wrap this up. It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
But I think I want to. We're not going full into the patch yet. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But we've highlighted aspects.
If we ever get to
we may never get to it.
It's become a joke at this point.
I think the patch. It'll be like the beginning of the season patch.
Yeah.
There's usually one right before the season starts. This is what you're playing on patch.
Yeah, that one.
I think that's when we'll probably do it. Because we've been smattering elements of the preseason stuff.
And stuff is still changing a lot.
Exactly, and that's why we don't want to go into too much. Because if we sit there and we dedicate an entire show to it, and then the next day the show is released and there's a patch that changes all that stuff, then we just wasted time, both ours and more importantly yours.
So for this, let's just do like we'll do quick, good, bad,
Well,
ugly.
I think this little part that we're gonna do, I want to call patch woes.
Patch woes.
Patch woes.
What about like a patchwork quilt?
No,
Huh?
patch.
Okay, patch woes.
I like what I said.
Okay, fine. Fine. Well, do everything you want to do.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.
Continue.
Who's
Patch
got? I'm sorry.
woes.
Who's in the 1%?
Blah, blah, blah. You got gold from the sweat of my labor.
You did nothing.
I know. I don't really read it a lot. I mean, I read
I
it.
got more karma on that than I have in general.
Yeah,
Like,
you haven't stopped talking about it either.
I'm very proud of myself.
I couldn't care less.
I know. I will listen. My fake internet points they mean a lot to me. They don't mean that much.
It's not even link karma. It's comment karma.
Wasn't a link.
It's the least valuable karma.
Well, there's only 2 types.
Yeah, and you got the lesser.
One's more valuable than the other.
Yeah, you got the lesser.
It doesn't matter. I still
It
have
matters.
You're just jealous.
I'm not even a little bit jealous.
You just sound peanut butter and jelly to me.
I'm not even a little bit jealous.
Peanut butter and jealous.
I'm gonna break into your house and steal your Reddit gold.
Can't.
Oh, watch me.
You
watch me.
I will watch you.
No, don't watch me because I got to break in and steal something.
No, well, that's not going to help at all.
Look the other way.
So, patch woes. The patch woes that we're going to go over specifically, because there are many patch woes.
There's not that many.
There's a lot.
It's not that bad.
There's a lot of stuff that's driving people nuts.
Like Trendemir?
Well, that's where we're going with right now.
It's a big one.
Patch woes, this segment of patch woes is going to go over the champions that are abusing the Keystone Masteries.
Is abusing the right word? Is it really that strong?
I believe it. Well, you've played against Trendemir, right?
Oh god, I played as Trendemir.
And you played as
amazing.
Trendemir. So, like I said, abusing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you can be terrible and still dominate with Trendemir.
Literally gave up 4 kills before I hit level 6. Carried the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
To be fair, I brought you back into that.
You think you did.
Gank.
In reality, I was just playing Trendemir.
Yeah. The fact is, the champions right now that are OP broken because of the current state of the Keystone Masteries
and items
and certain items, but specifically the Masteries are you got Trendemir,
yeah,
Jax,
right,
Yasuo,
yeah,
Mundo.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of success from Mundo though.
He's super. That's because people don't like to play him.
Maybe that's it.
He's very, very difficult to kill.
Maybe I should just play more Mundo because I feel like Executioner's Calling is so cheap.
I'm miserable with Mundo.
It's easy. You just stand around.
I'm just bad with him.
Don't do anything.
Comes down to, but he's very difficult to kill. Garen is very difficult to kill, even more so than he was. Who else? I said Yasuo.
You said Yasuo. Brand.
Oh, Brand because of Deathfire Touch.
The Infinite Torch Touch?
Deathfire Touch. Deathfire Torch was the item. Deathfire Touch is the keystone ability.
Deathfire Grasp was the item. Blackfire
Torch
was the other item for Twisted Tree Line.
Right.
Deathfire Touch.
Yeah, Deathfire Touch. Yeah, so those are specifically the ones that stand out as broken OP.
Why are they not so much fun?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Mundo's just hard to kill, right? That's not new, though. Garen's hard to kill.
More difficult to kill. But the thing is that they were hard to kill to begin with. Their kits are designed to be difficult to kill. With the specific Keystone Masteries that they're using as tanks, it makes them, like, infinitely more difficult to kill.
But you were never going to kill them in the first place.
But now you're really never going to kill them, and then they'll just start building some more damage, and they'll just rip through your team. That's the problem. Is that there is no counterplay for it, really.
Executioner's Calling. There's a whole Last Whisper item built in for applying grievous wounds every single auto attack. Does that not work?
Sure, I mean it works. I
don't know.
I don't think it works enough is the problem.
That could be it too.
I think that they're still tweaking and tuning the numbers of these masteries, and that's what the preseason for. But I think what's happening right now is that you have and anybody who's played normals or ranked, you're going to see these champions in just about every game.
Every single game, except for Brand. I haven't seen any Brand.
I saw some support Brand, and it's very strong.
Interesting.
Because of that
Might need to get up in that. Get up in them brand guts.
You're seeing, the thing is you only get 6 bans, and you have to ban, like, all these champions.
Yeah.
There are way more than 6 champions that need to be banned.
Just play
They're broken and not fun to play against. And really not fun to play as.
Oh, Tryndamere was fun.
Unless you like being a douche.
It was a little fun.
It's just... Oh, yeah, I think Master Yi is also potentially broken.
But in jungle?
I
or
forget
in lane?
It is that makes him broken. And the thing, conversely to that, is it's made AP junglers very weak.
Oh, yeah. They're worthless.
Like, especially the ones that can't build tank. Like, everyone was like, oh, AP Echo is fucked up for jungle. Right, but you could build him tanky, and he'll be strong.
Yeah.
Elise isn't nearly as strong as she was, but she's still useful. But, like, Evelyn, terrible.
Yeah, she's pretty rough right now.
Can't do it. You can't. They've made the camp so much more difficult to clear, and the items, the jungle items, so much easier it feels that you just don't. It's like you're 1 camp, 2 camp, home, or dead.
I feel like this happens every single season, though.
It does.
At the beginning of every single season, tank jungler is always the strongest because it's, the easiest way to clear it. And until the items get tuned and the masteries get tuned and the junglers get tuned.
I understand it.
Yeah.
It's just really frustrating because it keeps falling into the same cycle.
Every single season. Yeah. I think it's because, here's a little tinfoil hattie. I think it's because a lot of junglers can just straight up abuse the new stuff. And so they make the jungle harder just to prevent junglers from just rolling out of control.
But the thing is that they just keep junglers so, like, gold starved and item starved early on. It's boring. It sucks, and it
does suck.
You're not. The thing is where you used to be able to gank, if depending on who you were, at level 3 or 4, you can't because you're just so weak.
Yeah.
You don't have any items.
We also don't know the most efficient path yet.
No, and no path feels efficient right now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you get like a tanky, like, for example, Nocturne, I feel like, is a really good jungler right now because he's got a lot of good sustain. He does a lot of damage fast. And you could clear 3 or 4 packs without dying or without having to go back.
Yeah.
And where Kha'Zix is fucking worthless.
Yeah, he can't do shit.
He dies. He's like 1 pack and back.
Although you've had some success on Kindred lately.
Kindred can kite in Kindred's range. Mm-hmm. She's a little bit difficult, but she's a little bit harder than she was. But she's in a very strong place right now.
Yeah,
because she's got sustain with her W.
The problem I'm having with it is that the minion spawning so soon, you can't actually give a great leash.
No,
without losing minions.
And also, speaking about minions, the creep block right now is out of fucking control.
Yeah, I haven't run into any too crazy issues. But
I had a couple.
It gets weird.
A couple of games in a row where I pinned against walls by my own creeps. Not even in fights, just like trying to walk. I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like it's getting to the point, and it's a pathing thing. It's a creep block thing. There's a lot of weird stuff that's happening, and that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, why is this even happening? What is causing your changes that make that more prevalent?
I bet it's the ward stuff.
Spaghetti code.
I bet it's definitely ward stuff. The ward remains or whatever.
Which is so fucking useless.
It really is useless. It's not
I can honestly tell you this. As a jungler, I do not go into a bush and go, oh man, there were 4 wards in this bush. I don't care. As long as there's no wards in it now, I don't care how many wards were in it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's
like
pretty
that
dumb.
Is such a worthless, pointless, useless. It just boggles my mind. I don't understand the point of it. Like, who asked for that as it being? You know what I need? I need to know 10 minutes ago if there was a ward in this bush. Why?
I think the goal of it is to kind of so you can start to pick out your enemy's warding trends. Maybe it's useful at a super high level. I guess. Maybe they can.
I can understand that. But
I don't know.
But when you're playing the game, you're in the heat of the battle. Are you really taking those kind of notes? I mean, that's that type of thing where it's more useful when you watch the game after the fact.
And it's something that you learn over the course of a meta, right? You learn the good places to ward, and that's also where you sweep and where you put pink wards.
Exactly.
It's like that bush by raptors. That's always warded if your raptors are missing.
Yeah, great bush.
Stuff like that.
Great bush to ward, or like that little bush that's in river by dragon.
Yeah, there's a ward.
Solid bush to ward.
You don't need to know that people have been
I don't
awarded.
need to know. I don't need to go into it and see little fucking 27 little red balls because I know there are rewards there. I know there are rewards there because I killed them.
It's silly.
It's a waste.
But ADCs do feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, ADCs are really strong
They
right now.
feel good. They don't feel like
No, not
oppressively
overpowered.
strong.
They're strong. They
feel good.
They feel significant.
Yeah.
Where they were not prior to this.
I feel like I can contribute to things.
Although Graves is very strong.
You know, I don't have any problem with Graves.
I'm not saying I have problems with him, but he's very strong.
I don't know. I think people are blowing it out of proportion.
You got lucky because you played a counter to him.
So
you didn't really feel the full force because you were countering.
I don't know. I played Lucian into Graves, and I pooped all over him. So
well, you also get a lot of people playing him because they're like, "Oh, I heard he's 65% win percentage," but you're bad.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just playing baddies.
Of it too. When I've seen him, I've seen good Graves, and it's really strong.
Yeah,
it is tough. It is tough. He's got a very very loaded kit.
Loaded.
That's a
good one.
Good Graves pun. Unintended.
Nice.
But yeah. So I mean, I think, like I said, the patch woes right now are just very typical stuff, but. The Keystone Masteries need to be tuned. Ginsu's Rage Blade is getting nerfed.
Yeah.
Because it is stupid, bro.
Just not for Tryndamere.
Well, Tryndamere's unfortunately needs to have other things.
He needs nerfed. A kit rework.
His kit is so dumb.
It is dumb.
And with the way these new masteries and items work, it just makes him broken, dumb, stupid.
Yeah, you get all these great new crit mechanics.
It's like AP. It's like AP Tryndamere all over again.
Yeah, but crit Tryndamere.
Yeah, but I'm saying not that you're building him AP, but I'm saying remember how AP Tryndamere was like unkillable?
Yeah, you get a heal if you go through like 3 minions.
Yeah, we're back to that. We're back to Tryndamere being fucking dumb.
So much fun though.
Yeah, it's
I feel a little bit bad playing, 4 games Tryndamere in a row.
Well, every game you're in, it's like, oh look, Yasuo. Oh look, Yasuo. Oh look, Yasuo, Tryndamere. Oh look, Yasuo, Tryndamere.
Oh, Jax.
Oh, Yasuo, Tryndamere, Jax, Lee Sin. That's another thing is that the junglers that are strong right now are your like, and I hate to say it, but what's this fucking stupid bear guy? Not
Udyr.
Udyr, thank you.
Yeah.
Udyr really fucking strong right now because he's got a lot of sustain and he just runs away.
Yeah, that's his whole thing.
I know it is, and it drives me nuts.
I know. Stupid champion.
Stupid ass champions. So I mean, but that's what we got so far, man. I mean, that was a lot of. It was a busy, just fun-filled.
Yeah. A lot of drama. Well, not really drama, but just moving parts, I guess.
A lot of
chaos.
Yeah, a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And it's not done yet. It ain't over.
When does LCS start?
I believe it's February or January.
So we still got some time.
I mean, I think it's like mid to later January.
So we still got some time.
There's still a bit of time, yeah.
We have like 2 IEMs, I think.
At least one.
Yeah, I know we have San Jose. I think there's one more. I could be mistaken, but I know we have San Jose, and we'll see what goes down then.
Yeah, San Jose is in a couple of days. Yeah, then there's like stupid ones that don't matter.
We should start an Indiegogo page to let us buy an LCS spot, just so we can get in. We'll buy an LCS spot. We'll buy a couple boosted accounts so it looks like we're in Diamond.
There you go.
And then we'll just fucking be in the LCS. We'll Tenacious D it. We'll just be the 2 of us.
I like it.
Yeah, that'll be great.
We can beat Tenacious D.
Yeah. Who gets to be Jack Black and who gets to be Kyle Gass?
I believe I am Jables and you're Rage Cage.
I don't know if I want to be Rage Cage.
I didn't ask you what you wanted to be. I said you're Rage Cage.
That's a very Jables thing to say. So, all right. I guess you get it.
It works.
You won. You won the test.
You win this time.
Yeah.
Jables. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's no like start date for the spring season.
It probably it's not in stone yet. I
imagine that's definitely not in stone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see 2000. Let's see what the 2000.
Yeah, look up last year, and then we'll just use that as our tentative date.
Let's see. 2015 spring.
This is riveting radio that we've got going on.
Riveting listening.
Yeah, it's really stellar stuff. I just really want to see what the final rosters are, and if these final rosters end up being any good, because I kind of, you never really know how a team is going to perform until you actually get them in the seats and in the stadium, and get them talking. Because nobody practices in North America. Nobody practices, when they're down, right? When you lose lane and you have to come back.
No.
They never work those scenarios out. So you get these teams that are like, oh, we're going to be the best fucking team. And then, somebody loses a lane and they just fall to pieces. That happens. So
January 24th,
there we go.
25th was
into
the
January.
First day of LCS.
Opening day.
So it'll be around probably that time.
We have almost 2 months.
One would assume, you figure just a little over 2 months out.
All right, man. They better start putting those spots on eBay, though. They're running out of time, though.
Right. That's the thing. Unless these spots are sold and just nobody knows about it yet.
Right.
Which I don't think is the case. I feel like teams would want to make a big splash. It's like, look, we're a team, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We have blah.
Start building supporters.
Yeah, start getting a fan base of something. Which, by the way, I wanted to talk about quick, but we missed it. We sort of missed the spot, but I want to bring it back. But the whole Coast situation, which it's funny about it because everyone's kind of sticking up for Coast in this regard, and it's like, NRG is the bad guy and Coast is the altruistic good guy. But when everyone fucking pitchforks and torches was going after Chris Badawi and wanting his head. And I could tell you, after talking to that guy, nobody cares about esports more than him.
Right.
You talk about the most genuine guy who really just wants to foster the growth of this industry, or he's the single most gifted liar of all time, which I like to believe the former, not the latter, that it's just a guy who genuinely cares.
Right? I hope so.
I'm saying, so if that's the case, and everyone, was jumping all over this guy because he was, stuff he said was taken out of context.
Yeah.
But Coast, who screwed players notoriously in past years, they're the good guys here.
Yeah, they're championing Coast.
They're the ones who we're supposed to feel bad for. But this guy who gives his everything for this team and loves these players like children. No, he's the bad guy because he's tampering. Because he's the poacher.
Yeah.
Because he said, you know what? Let's just pretend this didn't happen and I'll go for the proper channels.
I don't know.
No, he's the bad guy. That's the kind of shit.
Go Renegades.
It's like, understand how things are before you jump to, no, I'm not going to.
The biggest thing is that people see a shitty situation, they automatically go with the knee jerk. And they don't take a moment to think about their knee jerk. They just jerk it around.
It's mob mentality. Yeah. Not the kind of mob mentality like where you're in the mafia, like the
bad kind.
Torches mob mentality.
Yeah.
Against Dr. Frankenstein mob mentality.
Right.
That's why I stay with the highbrow elite in with my Reddit Gold brother.
Okay. I'm sure you guys are probably just as racist, if not more.
We're not. No, actually, it is it is Candyland, man.
I don't believe you.
It is all gold and people are nice. And there's no downvoting.
There's no downvoting?
Not that they can't, they just don't.
Oh.
Because you're with people who...
You guys are better than that.
You're with the movers and the shakers, man. The difference makers. That's who you are. I'm rubbing elbows with people who have posted popular memes.
Wow, and memes.
Have made funny comments.
Goodness.
Or like a picture of a wiener with glasses on it. I am with the...
You're hanging out with the guy that invented dick butt.
I am with Trollface and dick butt, with the Kermit the Frog meme. I am with all of these people. Otherwise, what I like to refer... We're like the Illuminati.
Oh.
We're like the Masons of the internet.
Okay.
Where we, it's like from that movie, So I Married an Axe Murderer, when he talks about, all of the really rich families that meet in a secret mountain location known as the Meadows.
The Meadows?
The Meadows.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
All right, well, Mr. Meadows, let's wrap up the show.
So to my Illuminati brother, to my Reddit Gold brother.
Oh, okay.
That's a secret handshake.
You're gonna have to cut that out. I think you're gonna put some bad juju on my head.
Thank you guys again for dealing with my large head, and
surprised you could fit it in your room.
My newly acquired power and style. Forgive my partner here for his.
Hey man, I am salt of the earth over here.
His plebe nature.
All right, I am
salt of the
people.
earth. I am people.
I'm Joe Plumber over here.
It's their people.
Oh.
So thank you guys again. I of course am King Captain Hooks, and with me as always.
Does that make me Peasant Pan the Man? Is that where you were going?
The man.
Jesus.
Thank you guys again. As always, we are on Twitter at Tower Dive PC. Find us on iTunes. The links are down there.
Wow.
Anything else?
Nope,
anything else for me, baby?
I think you covered it.
Think I covered it?
You got it.
All right. Fix my toilet, and we will see you. You're Joe the Plumber.
Oh.
And we will see you on the Rift.
Bye-bye.